Thank you for joining me on the live session today. We are going to cover the eminent alt season. Alt season is near, and the kind of coins we should be investing or looking at is what we're going to talk about today. So, thank you so much for joining me. I'm waiting for a couple more people to join, and then I zoom in into what we have to discuss today. Okay, so once you join, just send me a message. Just say hi over here. Once you join, say hi. We are currently live. Thank you so much for joining. Enoch says hi. Noah says hi. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining. We are touching on altcoin season and the kind of tokens we should be looking at if we want to invest for this coming bull run. Have about 9 people, 0 likes. Let's keep the likes up. I see Mohammed Anwar. I see Oskino One. I see Noah. I see Enoch. Let's keep the likes up on this live stream. Thank you so much. Tap on the like button and let the algorithm do the rest of the work. Thank you so much for joining. I would try and be having lunch whilst on this live stream because I only have a couple minutes. Okay, so from time to time I'll take a bite on my meal. All right. So let's get straight to it. Good day, Lucky. All right, so I'm going to open my chat over here and then check out the coins that I mentioned early on that we will be looking at as potential investments for the alt season. Hello, Thomas. You are welcome. Hi, Melik. Is the volume better now? Is it okay? Is the volume okay? All right. Good. All right. So we are taking a look at the altcoin season. Now, first of all, what is altcoin season? Some of you don't know what it is. It simply means that Bitcoin is not dominating in price in the entire market, but the other altcoins are picking up in price, whereas Bitcoin is like either stable or falling. So whenever other alternate coins, which are alternate coins are rising in value, and then Bitcoin is either stable or falling, we have an altcoin season. So the index is usually over 100, so it ranges from 0 to 100. And if you see that the index is nearing 50 or is going past 50, we have entered the first phase of the altcoin season. But currently, we have the metric showing at 48 over 100. That's the metric for the alt season now, which means we are just 2 steps away from being in the actual alt season. So what are the coins we have to look at? Because aside meme coin trading, if you want to play the more safe game, you want to look at investing in altcoins. Okay, so there's meme coins, there's altcoins, but if you are someone that is starting out like fresh, I would usually recommend altcoins for you. And then over time, when you get used to the ups and downs of the crypto market and you understand what it means to be having floating losses on your investment, I can now talk about meme coins with you, because I know that in that space you will be able to handle losses, right? Because not everybody can handle a loss. Some people lose uh, little and then they flare up, right? And in this market, you should expect that in as much as there are profits, there are also losses, because high reward, high risk, right? Okay, so I'm going to share my screen right here so we take a look. But I need us to click on the like button right under the video, and let's increase the likes. Let's take the likes to about 10. Uh, Thank you so much for joining. We have about 44 people watching, and I'm going to show you my screen right now and share with you the tokens that you should be bagging up. Okay, the tokens you should be buying more of when it comes to uh, preparing for the coming bull run. Thank you so much. If you're new here, kindly subscribe or join our Telegram Undervalued Crypto, where we share information on cryptocurrencies that have low value, that are bound to be valuable, more valuable in the future, or overvalued in the future. Okay, so I'm just gonna turn it, and then we take a look at the altcoin index. Okay, so we can see right from here. You can see right from here that I don't know why my screen is blinking. Is it okay? Right. We can see right from here. I'm currently on coinmarketcap.com, and we can see right from here that the altcoin season index is 48 over 100. We are gradually shifting from the Bitcoin dominance into the altcoin zone. Now, this black spot, which is currently in the middle of Bitcoin and altcoin, used to be here. Can you hear me now? I think when I move away from the mic, my volume goes low. So I've taken out the mic. Is it okay now? I've disconnected the microphone. So is it fine now? Good, good. All right. So once this black spot crosses into the light blue zone, we are in altcoin season, which means that other coins will be rising faster relative to the price of Bitcoin. So when we click into the altcoin season, it's going to show us this index, right? And this is the altcoin season 75. We are currently here. We were in it for a while, but we are going back in. So now what are the coins we should be looking at when this metric is going back into the altcoin season? Very, very important. Okay. We are going to be making the next investment decisions looking at this chart. Okay, so I'm going to go right from here. There are a couple coins that are, I would say, are on a discount. Okay. What it simply means that typically those coins are priced above the current price. So the first I'm going to pick out is XRP. XRP is currently low priced because we had an experience of XRP, being in the 3.2s, 3.4s, and 3.3s. This coin right here, if you want to bag up XRP, I'd recommend for the coming season, it's dropped by a cent now. So it's in the 2.7, 2.8, thereabout, right? Now, if you want to prepare for the coming bull run, I would say that you should bag up this coin. It even fell to 2.7, 2.71, and it's back up again. This is one coin I would recommend. You see what's happening on this coin. XRP is the coin I'm going to recommend for you to bag up for the altcoin season, the coming altcoin season, because over the past 1 month from this point to this point, it only fell within the last week. Most of the time, its prices are above this horizontal line. So I'd say that if you want to prepare for the coming bull run, bag up XRP at this cheap price. You don't really get this coin
at 2 point something, because over the past few months, we've only had it at 2.8, probably just about a day or 2 days right here. And then we are currently having it at this point. So coin number one, XRP, you want to write them down or at least note them down whilst I'm picking them out. XRP is a coin you want to buy for the coming bull run. Okay, get this coin. Let's see what they're saying about XRP September outlook. Pressure is below 2.77. It's nearly 2.74 at an 8% weekly drop. Yeah, so these are the times you want to buy coins like these. You don't buy them when they are trending. This is the mistake a lot of people do. A lot of people come in, they are buying XRP above $3. Any price of XRP are below $2, below $3 is a good discount. This is a good discount. 2.79 is a good discount. For a long time, we've had the price moving around the threes. Okay, let's see. So we had it from 50 cents, right? That was 2024, just last year, October, right? But we are currently ranging in this price zone. Okay, now we left $2 somewhere at the beginning of January. And then we went into $3 for a couple of months, and we are currently at 2.7. So I'll say that these are the low prices you'll be seeing for the coming days. These are the low prices you should be seeing XRP. This coin is the coin that I pick out for the coming bull run. Altcoin season, this is going to go up. We are just waiting on extra news that will come surrounding this coin, and I believe it's going to take off. So you have it for cheap, 2.7. Getting on XRP, you have it for cheap. I would recommend. Let's go back to our chart again. And another coin that we currently have for cheap, when we look through, is Dogecoin. Now, Solana is, I'm going to come back to Solana and BNB. All right. But I just want to touch the ones that I see are relatively cheap for now, which you should be investing in before the bull run. So, Dogecoin, let's take a look at the chart. Okay. Dogecoin is currently at 21 cents. If you have good money and you want to bag up some Dogecoin, I would recommend that this is a good price for you to get in. We see that 9 cents from this was, let me hover over this. This is 2024 was at 9 cents, right? And then we had a comeback in December around 40 cents. And then Doge is down by 50% from this point. Okay. So this is another coin for the long term hold, 21 cents. Dogecoin as at August 31st, 2025, September is around 20 cents. This is a good coin to bag up. Let me just give it a bullish vote over here. Okay, so I'm voting for it as bullish. Now, there's a coin you want to bag up for the future, the altcoin season. This is a coin you want to bag up. So, number one, XRP, underpriced currently, looking at the track record, okay, or the history of the coin. And then number two is Dogecoin. You want to get Dogecoin at 21 cents. So let's say if you have $100, you want to put maybe 30 in XRP, 30 in Doge, and then 40 in another one. So this is good. I don't think they have. This is like one of the. It's like the king of the meme coins, right? And we know how Elon is really pushing this coin. Although lately he has stopped talking about it because of legal issues. But there's one coin we want to look at for the altcoin season. Okay. Then another one that I mentioned on my page that it was a very good long-term hold for those of you who want to um, look at long-term investments. You want to look at Tron. Tron is like those kind of assets that gradually rises. Yes, I know we had a peak here in 2024. Yeah, we had a peak here from 20 cents to 42. This was when there was a peak in the market last October or last November, December. There was a peak right here, and this caused the most of the coins to peak like this. Okay, so Tron is another coin you want to look at for the long term. because I have studied over time that it gradually rises. Okay, we had a peak point at 36 cents right here. There was a peak point at 36 cents, and then it's down to 33. So, according to my observation, and not financial advice, according to my observation, Tron seems to be rising gradually. So I label it as a coin that has long-term potential because it gradually rises. It's not those kind of coins that pump like so fast. Okay, it rises over time like this, and it's currently at 36 cents. So I am presuming that this coin could get to $1, but not now. It's gonna get to $1, but it's not gonna be like very fast. Okay, Tron is gonna get there, but not so soon. We have to cross 50, and then from 50, there's bullish momentum towards $1. So keep your eye on this coin. Tron has good potential. It doesn't really fall in value. So if you are looking for something that is close to stable, I'll pick out this coin for you. All right. Now, if you have questions, you can put them in the comment section. I'm going to read them. Okay. So we have picked out XRP. We have picked out um, Dogecoin. We have picked out Tron. Okay. I don't want to touch on Cardano because I'm not so intrigued by this project. Now let's look at another one that can do well and hit $50. This is Hyperliquid. It is relatively new compared to the other coins. Hyperliquid is like one of the newest coins within the top, is it top 10? Top 20. So it's at 12th position right now. But Hyperliquid wasn't launched so long ago. When you check the chart, it was launched in, let's see, it was launched around 2024. So it's new. This is a new coin, Hyperliquid. But I just don't like the fact that the price is too high, for the average person to buy a lot of them. We have maximum supply of 1 billion, only 300 million circulating now, which is good for the price. This can make, like if you hold this for 5 years, it can make a 10x from 444 to 440. This is a good, solid long-term project. Now, someone says Hype hits record 106 million revenue and 400 billion trading volume in August. It has high trading volume, 19%. The price doesn't seem to die down. It seems to be climbing because the supply is only 1 billion. It's limited. And circulating supply is only 333. Yes, they're going to release more into the system, but they release it gradually. It's just like Picoin. Okay, Bitcoin started out with 6 billion supply. It's now at 7.99, which is approximately 8 billion. So just from February to August, they have pushed out 2 billion extra coins into the system. Okay, this one looks like a good coin for that could be held for the long run. Okay, Hype, that's the ticker. And this is the contract address is on the Hype network. I think it has its own network, which means that they're going to be launching more tokens on Hype. And when they launch more tokens on Hype, Hype is going to gain value because it will be a native token for the 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 projects that are coming, okay, on that chain, right? So you want to take a look at Hype. It can do well in the future, right? Currently sitting at what's the market cap? 14 billion. It could make a 140 billion. Okay, which is still within its reach. It's possible. It has a 300 million volume, 24 hours for the last 24 hours. I think the metrics are good for this one, and it can be a long-term hold for the coming the coming bull run or the altcoin season. Okay, so it was launched at $6 last year, and it's currently 44.2. $6 to 44.2. So if we got in here, it looks like 29 or $32 was the peak, and then it fell to $10. People saw the potential and then got in. So from here to the current price has been a 4.4x, right? And this was just April. So 4x from April to August is made a 4x. So Hyperliquid is another token you want to take a look at as a long-term investment. All right. Let's go back to the list of cryptocurrency coins. If you're new here, you want to subscribe, join my Telegram, Undervalued Crypto. We also have a WhatsApp channel you can join. And another one, this one, Sui, another good one. Yes, I know Sui had a problem. They had a recent hack, but they have resolved their issue and the price is moving again. It dropped because there was a hack some time back. I think this was it. At this time, the hack brought the price down. And um, now it's picked up again. So Sui is something that I'm personally holding. I believe is going to be big in the future. So Barry's asking, how do I connect? How do you connect? I don't get it. How do you call it? My contact? You can join the Telegram Undervalued Crypto or our WhatsApp and then you can reach me. Okay. So Sui has had an all-time high of a little bit about $5. And I like the fact that it also has limited supply. We have 3.56 billion amount of Sui in the system, just 3.56 billion. Maximum supply is 10 billion. This coin can do well in the long run. Believe this coin can do well in the long run. So Sui is something I have my eyes on. $3 is cheap for Sui. It was as little as what was the price when it was at $1 and then it fell to 40 cents. And then today we have it at $3. Believe me, 5 years from now, when you look at all these coins you could have invested now, they'll be worth about 10 times. Sui can be $32 in the future when it hits 100 billion. Okay. Sui can be $15 per coin when it makes it times five, a 55 billion market cap. So these are long-term coins I'm sharing with you today. XRP long-term, um, XRP long-term. What's the other one? Dogecoin long-term. Dogecoin 50 cents is imminent. And Sui and then Tron. Tron can hit 50 cents in about 3 years or even less. And then what's the other one I mentioned so far? XRP, XRP, Dogecoin, Tron, and I'm talking about Hyperliquid. I spoke about Hyperliquid. I'm talking about Sui now. So five. I've given you 5 coins. Okay. So look out for these coins. Hyperliquid, easy $50 because they hit $50 sometime back. Almost, right? What's the price? 40. Let's check this part. 45. No, not 45. Uh, 50. Yeah, it hit 50. $51 for Hyperliquid. That was the high. So it could go back to that price. Prices that have been visited before, we can go back to them again. Like it's easy to hit those prices again. So 51. The all-time low was $3 and 2. That's within the last 1 year, 52 weeks. Okay. So this is good. Sui, let's check the all-time low for Sui. 75 cents. And it's the all-time high is 5.3. Yeah, it could go back to all-time high. So this is another coin you want to back for the future. I've mentioned five so far: XRP. A quick recap: XRP, Doge, Tron, Hyperliquid, Sui. Okay, let me just give you a picture of how these coins look like. Maybe maybe 2 years ago. Okay, maybe 2 years ago. I'm going to give you historical snapshots. Let's say 20. Let's say 2020, right? 2020. Let's say December. I just want to give you a snapshot of the prices of these coins. 2020 December, 5 years ago, or almost 5 years ago, Bitcoin was at 26K. Ethereum was $682. XRP was 28 cents just about 4 years ago, almost 5 years ago. Litecoin 127. Litecoin is still around the same price. Bitcoin Cash has increased a bit. It's currently 500 and something. BNB was $33. It's currently $800. $33 4 years ago. Chainlink was $12. Chainlink, what's the price today? Let's see the price of Chainlink today. Price of Chainlink. Chainlink is 22. So it's gonna buy 10. Okay, so it's made a 2x, almost a 2x from here. Cardano was 15 cents, it's currently 81 cents. And then Polkadot was $5 just about 4 years ago. Uh, Polkadot. Polkadot has really fallen. So it's currently at $3.77. And 4 years ago was at $5. So it hasn't really done well. Polkadot hasn't really done well at all. Okay. Stellar XLM was 14 cents. XLM today is 36 cents, a little above 2x, almost 3x, right? So it's made at 3x. It's made at 3x. Yeah. So all I'm trying to tell you is, these prices we are seeing today, you can buy them for the long term. Buy and hold. Okay. Let's go back to our list. I'll pick two more, then we wrap up. Okay. So I want to pick another one for the coming bull run, which is Bitget BGB. I've called this for um, a couple of you. I called it on my on my WhatsApp. I called it on my Telegram. BGB is another coin you want to look at. Look at what happened to BGB. This is the native token of a crypto exchange. Okay, and it was as low as 7 cents, but it's currently $4.09. So it's another coin to watch. And the reason why is that every 3 months they're going to use 20% of the Bitget exchange platform's profits to burn the tokens. Every 3 months. Okay, every 3 months. Now this was someone just wrote. I wasn't wrong when I said BGB was undervalued at $5. With Bitget and Morph burning 220 million tokens, the total supply is set to drop dramatically from 1.1 billion to just 100 million, and 90% reduction. So they are saying that BGB Bitget is going to be dropping from 1.1 billion to what? 100 million. Now, if it drops to 100 million, that will be $49. Remember this live stream. Remember, I'm showing you Bitget today. This is just like the way BNB was priced this low. Bitget is like the fourth highest ranking token. Okay, so I find it so hard to sell this coin. If I sell some, but I find it very hard to sell a lot. Okay, but the plan is to buy back in at a lower price. So BGB is a coin you want to look at. BGB or Bitget token is a coin you want to look at because I believe it's going to be 10x from here. Supply is low. We have good daily volume, 200 as almost what, half a billion, and the market cap is only 5 billion. It could make a 10x from here, 50 billion, and the supply can drop. It could go above 100. Do you remember what happened to OKX native wallet, the token, native token? It moved from 45 to 200 within like 2 weeks. Why? Because they burned a huge chunk of supply, and that's what Bitget will be doing. So I'll say that if you are watching this live stream and you are looking for a token to buy for the long term, get a hold of BGB token. It's going to do well. BGB is going to do well. It's going to move from 4.9. Just was it yesterday or last 2 days? I checked my wallet and I saw that my wallet was up. And then I was like, what coin is responsible for this move? And when I made my further checks, I saw that BGB was up to 5.4 something. Look at the price, 5.4. Okay, so note this down. BGB is a coin you want to buy and hold for the long term. So this is what he says. On top of that, the integration with a morph chain is a game changer. It allows users to seamlessly bridge any token and trade on Swap while earning points along the way. BGB is clearly just getting started, and it's no surprise the token has been showing strong bullish momentum. Okay, so keep your eye on this one. I think that it is going to do well in the long run. Okay, so I've given you six so far. A quick recap. I've given you XRP. This is a coin to buy now. 2.79 is a cheap price. And I've given you Dogecoin 21 cents is cheap at this price. I've given you Tron, which I said has the characteristics of rising consistently. And I've given you Hyperliquid, $50 is imminent. And I've given you SUI, that $3.25 is an underprice. And then I have scrolled down to give you Bitget token, BGB, because $5, we are just getting started. And then the last one I'm going to give you, I'm going to scroll down, 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 and give you XDC. XDC is for real world asset tokenization. It currently stands at 7 cents and an 8. It's getting cheaper because it's falling from 10 cents. So this is, and the market cap is small. It's just 1 billion. So this is a coin that you want to also look out for. They are proud to announce 1 million investments in Cashew Finance through XDC Ventures. And this is XDC themselves posting this. Okay. That is their venture capital arm as the lead investor in Cashew's 5 million funding round. This partnership reinforces XDC's network leadership in real world assets, like I said. Okay, so be on the lookout for this one. It's relatively cheap. I think you can get in now. It was at 10 cents some time back. I want to show you. It fell to 10, it rose to 10 cents from 5 cents. So 2x here, and then it has made a 50% retracement. So this is another coin you want to look out for. We've had an all-time high of about 14 cents. And then we had a low of about 3 zeros and a 6. Okay, so these are long-term holds. This is a long-term game. Hold this for the long term. It's currently 7 cents. 7 cents. Very cheap. If you have $500, you could probably get about close to 10,000 coins. Okay, so this is another thing you want to look at for the long term. So, uh, how many XRP are enough? Enoch, I'm going to answer your question. With the best is asking how many XRPs are enough. So XRP, if you're able to get about 100 tokens, it's not bad. But if you can't get them, you can do what we call dollar cost averaging. So you'll be buying them at different points or different time intervals. Okay. So XRP aim for about 100 coins, which will be 280 at this point. So if you have 100 coins and it moves from 280 to $3, 2.8 to $3, that is 20% gain. 3.5, you make almost $100, right? So I would advise that you get XRP, or if you have $200 to spare, you can split them between or amongst XRP, Dogecoin, Tron, Hyperliquid, SUI, Bitget, and then XDC. But what I would say is the more concentrated your funds are in maybe one or two coins, the faster and higher your profits move. Because if I only put $10 here and I put $10 here, $10 here, and even if they move by a large percentage, I'm not going to make money, right? But if I'm able to concentrate a large chunk of my investment bag in maybe Dogecoin, for example, and it moves just by maybe 5 cents, I make better amount of money, right? I make a higher amount of money. So you don't want to also put in too little because the price increase or the price change doesn't really affect your investments that much. 25,000 exactly. That's huge. Yeah, that's huge. That's a huge bag. Yeah, because that's like 50K, right? 50K plus. Yeah. But I would say if you have 50K to put in altcoins, spread them across different tokens. Well, enough is dependent on the price and then your your level of wealth. Okay, so 50,000 is 100K, 100K dollars. How many people have 100K? That's a lot, right? Yeah. So um, if I should speak for the average Joe, 50,000 XRP is way too much for the average person to afford. But the average person can at least afford 100 XRP. That's why I'm giving you that number. Maybe they would have been right. They would have been right at a time where XRP was like cents. That's probably in cents. But it's currently 2.79, so it's more expensive now. Maybe when it was like 0.0.08 or 0.008 or 0.1, that's fine. What's the minimum? Minimum $100 into XRP is okay. Minimum for starters. Then over time, you can top up. Okay, over time you can top up. And also I'm going to share some information on the upcoming mentorship program that I want to hold. So if you're interested, just join the social media channels. I'll make an announcement and then we take it from there. Okay. All right. So these are the coins I'm giving you as take home pointers. Once again, a quick recap: XRP, and then I give you Dogecoin, I give you Tron, Hyperliquid, Sui, Bitget, and then XDC. Okay. All right. So that will be it for our session today. We are almost in the blue zone for we're almost in the blue zone for altcoin season, and I've given you a couple coins you can look at for investment.
What coin do you suggest? Can you guys hear me? I've reconnected to the microphone. He says, what coin do you suggest for beginners with $10? Okay. Brian says, what's the minimum? Let me take that question and I'll answer first because that question came before. So he says, what's the minimum USD recommend to start with? $100. Yeah, 100 is okay for starters. Across all economies, $100 is good because I'm speaking to different classes of people. So I have to factor in the fact that some are from developed countries, some are from developing countries. So I would say $100 is a good meeting point as a minimum to start crypto with. So first, what coin do you suggest for beginners with $10? $10. Well, you can do XDC because it's only 7 cents for now. Look for cheap ones and then start your journey with them. Look for cheap ones. So XDC is okay. Look for coins that are not more than $1. XDC is fine. Okay. Yeah, because if you invest in the other ones that have like way too high market cap, it's going to take a ton of effort to move them to make a 2x. Right. So your $10 is not going to become 20. It's going to take a long time. All right. So look for coins that are below $1. XDC is okay. You can start with it as a low risk beginner who trades crypto. Brian says, can we live off trading of crypto? What is your monthly target? Oh, yeah. There are people that live off crypto. There are actually people earning passively in crypto and it's because they already have like a large amount of money. Okay, so they can keep them in certain yield bearing assets or investments, and every day is going to give them maybe $100. Every day it gives them about 200. Every day 500, depending on how much you put in. So, for example, someone could have 500K and then put it in an investment or a yield asset, and that 500K probably brings him like $150 every single day. That is enough to live on, That's enough to live on. What do I think about Trump coin? I think that it will die down when he leaves office. It's caught on high because he's in office, and he's only in office for what, 4 years. So by 2027, you have to start cashing out, liquidate your investment because it's only thriving because the person is in office. When he leaves, a lot of people are going to cash out there. They will dump the coin. Okay, so it's a seasonal coin. That's how I see it. He's going to leave office and people wouldn't have any, they will not see why they should be buying Trump coin. Right. So, And even the word liberty, it might get to a time when he leaves office, it will tank. So it hangs on his personality, right? And the fact that he's in office. So when he's no more there, what happens to the coin? Will he still be pushing? How is it going to be? Like, all those things are the factors are going to determine if the coin will be there for the long run. Yes, for me, I buy and hold. I buy and hold. I'm more of an investor than a trader. Okay, but I want to start trading where I sell high and then I'll buy low. I want to start doing that, especially for coins that are volatile and still have value, Yeah. So, okay. Thank you guys for joining me on this session. We will have another session later in the future. He's asking, is Picoin a good investment for the long term? Yeah, as it stands, I think the current price is good to buy. I wouldn't have advised you buy Picoin around $2, but since it's falling to about 34 cents, I'll say this is a good buying price. And what is keeping the price is the faith of the community. Okay, that is really holding the coin. So for the long term, I'll say yes, it's good investment. You can buy, but what I would say is that just sell when it goes high and then buy again when it goes slow. Just do that on the coin, the Picoin chart. Okay. Keep trading it. Don't just invest for the long term. Trade Pi, okay, because it is very volatile. I've not really understood what liquidity means. You can Google it up, okay. I did an explanation on my live stream. You can go back and check my first live stream. The first live stream I did. When you go to the live section, you see my video. I did a demonstration with a bag of fruits, so you could check that one out. All right. Or you can just Google and read on what liquidity means. All right. Okay. Thank you guys so much for joining, and I'll see you in the next session. We have more sessions where I would be bringing other coins. I'll be pointing out other coins to pull your money in. But remember, it is always not financial advice. Okay. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm only speculating what could happen on the market and bringing you the news. So don't invest based on financial advice, because I'm not giving you financial advice. All right. Thank you. So, I guess I'll see you guys in the next live stream. If you haven't subscribed, don't forget to do so you can catch me live, or join our Telegram, Undervalued Crypto. Same for WhatsApp, same name, Undervalued Crypto. Are there Solana coins you can trade? Yeah, we did that on the meme coin, live stream yesterday. Okay, so you can trade Solana coins. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you in the next session that we have. All right, you're welcome. Bye.